My beautiful stars, reading time. I just saw the most beautiful thing. I was outside and I was coming in to do this reading, and I have a big sliding door on this side of my house which has my patio, and I was coming in and I got some beautiful pink roses drying out in the sun on my table, and there was two beautiful crows just sitting on either end of the table. It was like you could just feel the connection these two crows had, and the fact they were sitting on either side of these roses, it was a magical sight. So anyway, I want to get into this beautiful collective. Crows could be significant for you. The fact that I saw that as I was coming in, I think that it's tied to this collective in some form of way. So let's get into it. Let's see what your main focus is. Okay. All right, so we've got cycles. So you could have some things repeating in your life right now. Maybe from someone that unfortunately ghosted you. Again, this is your main focus for the right collective. Divine masculine and the energy, karmic energy. So there is something about cycles that you're focusing on. I always say that's not karmic connection, that's our shadow, that's our energy through our vulnerabilities that come up when maybe we aren't the most aware of how we're dealing with our vulnerabilities. So one, you could be reflecting on maybe some of your decisions that maybe have come from a triggered, vulnerable place connected to this person. Or two, if this person has popped back in, they're either approaching, I just can't see if they've popped back in. I can't see how you're viewing them as a divine masculine if they're still in their karmic energy. So either they've popped back in and you're seeing a different change, like you're seeing a change and maybe you're questioning it. And I'm going back to those two crows. So pink roses are the color of love. So the fact that they were, again, it was just magical. But maybe, hold on. I just want to see if there's movement here or if this is just something you're hoping for. Let's see what's going on here. Cycles again. Okay, expecting. You could be pregnant. You could have shared a pregnancy with this person. Maybe you've had I'm seeing a dream state right now. So maybe you've recently had a dream of having a child with this person as well. But there could actually be a detail here about pregnancy. But let go, make room for the new beginning that's on its way to you now. Okay, they'll be back. Expect to hear from them soon. So I think for some of you, this person has just entered and maybe you're seeing a little bit of a change here. But for cycles to be here as well, I think you'd be in deep reflection. You'd be very observant, if you know it or not, of this person's behavior. I think for the people where this has arrived, you're questioning intention, especially because you've got such a focus on this, right? So it's not like this is making you feel good. You would be questioning something here. But the fact they'll be back, expect to hear from them soon, and communication didn't pop up. Hold on, let's get one more for this. I'm on the fence. So caution, that's what I'm feeling. So main collective, let's just clear the energy so you don't have to watch if this isn't your collective. You have a main focus on this person that ghosted you. I think you are questioning if they've truly evolved through their karmic energy. And I also think, especially if you believe this is a divine counterpart of yours, you would be reflecting on your own karmic energy, your own actions, decisions, especially with cycles over the top of this, right? So the right collective, let it be this person has come in or they're just about to come in. You've got caution over you. You're not there, oh, hey, how you doing? You are reflecting on how you have repeated cycles with this person because of your actions and decisions, and the same for them. Okay, I do think you are wanting a new beginning, but again, you're not being foolish. Pregnancy, it's actually a detail here. It could be the expectation, especially with this. Have they changed? Haven't they? Is this a mask? Is this? Is that? I just think you're very guarded in the heart. But I do feel for the right collective, you've shared a pregnancy, you're either pregnant, there's a detail here. So if you can't have children, if you're, your time has kind of gone bing, whatever the case, this is important because that was your first card. Okay. Let's just get a few more for here and we'll keep going. So we'll do a you versus them. We'll do a clarity. We'll see if any more divine cards come out. We might do a actual twin flame, divine feminine, masculine. All right, pregnancy. So whatever this pregnancy detail is, it's clearly affected you. It's made you close your heart a little bit here. This is about opening up your heart. It'll help you attract more love. Whatever this pregnancy detail is, let it be this person left you pregnant, let it be there was a termination or unfortunately a miscarriage, let it be there's actually a detail of this person getting someone else pregnant. I'm seeing so many. It's closed your heart space. So whatever this row is, it hasn't been easy for you. Okay, so and I always say this, especially if you are and your heart space is locked away for someone to return, if you're holding on to past grievances and it makes sense, you've got ghosted or divine masculine. So it's like you are in high alert here. They're saying you need to let go of this. Oh, they're unavailable. This is a waste of time. You clearly care about this person, right? And it makes sense that you've got caution over yourself, especially if this person has left you in quite a painful way. But you clearly are, like, you're seeing them like this, right? But when you're holding on to this, and I explain this about, okay, deviation for a reason. I'm going to compare it to those situations where you're with someone and you break up and you make up, you break up and you make up. I always say that doesn't work, because when you go through the break up, make up, it's accumulating this trauma, it's accumulating this resentment. You become so highly perceptive and just so alert on this person's energy, if you know it or not. You're just waiting subconsciously for a sign to be like, they're going to do it again. So, and this is why I talk about it's so important with the thought pattern. If you have this perception that this is a waste of time, they're unavailable, this is that, you're not going to get a new beginning here, because you're not giving them a chance to prove themselves to you. You're looking for every single detail why this is going to happen again, which means you're going to be very temperamental. You're going to be very critical. You're going to be very moody. So, and because you want this person back in your life, your moodiness will go to silence. It'll go to walking on eggshells. It'll put a mask on over your emotion, and then you're accumulating all of that silence in you. You're becoming that kettle. You're on a constant simmer, and then boom, the littlest thing, you're going to get triggered. What's going to come out? Your armor. You're going to put your foot in it, and you're going to be highly reactive, right? So this is why I say, especially if you're wanting someone to return, you need to be transparent. So let's just say you've got caution over you, right? Let's use it as this person's back in your life. Now you've got caution over you. You're questioning their intention. Voice it. Don't silence yourself. Don't walk on eggshells. Say, I'm already feeling X, Y, and Z from what we've been through. I need more consistency. I need more dependability. I need whatever it is. What do you need from me? Because I know my body's emotion, biggest sign in this world is your body's emotion, your ignition. That's your compass, right? So if you're feeling anxious, if you're feeling overwhelmed, if you're overworking yourself, if you're pacing, if you're checking, if you've got to mention it. You've got to say, this could come from this trigger, that trigger. I'm still healing my codependent, whatever it is, you know your emotion. Hopefully you know your emotion. This is making me feel unsettled. I don't want to present needy. I don't want to present this, but I'm really scared to open my heart back up again. If this person, you should not be scared of your words. When you don't allow for spontaneous expression, you care more about how that person opposed to you feels than yourself. That means you self-love. You're putting others' needs, wants before your own. If you voice this stuff and this person does this again, that's answer enough. They can't soothe your vulnerabilities. They can't nurture you in this. So it's not going to work long term anyway. Rip off the Band-Aid sooner rather than later. And you want to come from a constructive place. Talk about how this is igniting your triggers, your vulnerabilities. Find a solution to it. And also, what can I do to make you feel more ease? Because I just feel this collective, this thought pattern, your higher self is literally saying, if you're looking at it like this, you're not going to get this new beginning. If you're looking at it like this, at least voice it, right? You're making me feel X, Y, and Z. How am I making you feel? Because clearly if they're making you feel like this, you're doing something as well, because you're fighting each other's armor. Remember, armor, karmic energy, goes up when we're vulnerable and we don't know how to deal with it properly. It's our protection, right? So if they're making you feel a certain way through their armor, vice versa, you're both igniting vulnerabilities. So talk about it. There's not one love in this world, divine, soulmate, there's not one love where you're not going to have ups and downs. It's how the right love, through those ups and downs, that turbulence, you soothe each other, you build through this. You become safe in each other's energy because of this. So don't avoid it, talk about it, okay? Don't pretend to be someone you're not, because that emotion's not going anywhere. And a lot of people, they have all of this within when someone returns, but you're so scared of this, you silence yourself. You're not benefiting yourself at all. You're prolonging the inevitable. Rip off the Band-Aid. Have the conversation. Okay, so there's still distance. Okay, so I was feeling, I do still feel for some of you this is in, especially with that deviation I just had. But for some of you, let's get a dice. 3, so next 72 hours. Or 3 could be an important number, next 3 days. Or this could have arrived 3 days ago and you're stewing on this emotion. All right. Okay, there could still be some interference here. Are you speaking about it? Let's just say this person is back, or when they pop back up in 3 days, right? Your pets would be acting funny around you energetically, because you can see your energy. You're reflecting on cycles and karmic energy. Okay, so let's just say in or coming in 3 days, and their energy is not consistent, it's not dependable. Maybe you're a collective, you go straight to the worst. Is there someone else in their life? Is it this? Is it that? Is it X, Y, and Z? What's happening? You're building resentment through silence, right? So let it be you know this for fact, or this is where your mind is taking you. Another reason to voice your needs and wants. A lot of people on this healing journey, you just want to present like you love and light, and inside your soul's you've got this hurricane. Again, don't wear a mask, be open. I have a fear of this. your this, I don't even want to say the word inconsistency, but however it's, you know, playing out is making me feel like this. This might come from my trauma. This might come from my lack of self-worth. I can't help that this communication is making me feel like this. Show them your vulnerability, because it opens the door for their vulnerability. I feel you're both on high alert with each other. Okay, last one. Still balancing yourself out emotionally. There could be a detail about sexuality here too, but you can see it here. You can see it with these first 4 cards. So there could be issues with finances, addictions that maybe this person has not voiced, or you yourself could be going through this as well. And I always say, if you have, I want to say issues, but if a dependence on substances to either soothe your emotion, or that's something that you turn to or this person turns to when they are feeling ignition and caution, again, it's going to make that point of when you do express yourself highly manic, erratic, or explosive. Okay? Don't turn to this stuff when you're feeling emotion. Turn to each other to speak about it. Because again, just because you silence yourself, it does not go anywhere. You start to build this stuff in this vault back here, and you'll bring it up. It's that energy. You could have a disagreement with someone, and then they're bringing up things from 6 months ago because they didn't voice their feelings 6 months ago. It doesn't go anywhere. Okay. Or as well, and I'm hearing this, when you silence yourself, right? Because sometimes you may forget, but it's a subconscious build-up. So then someone does, and it doesn't just have to be for love. It can be family, friends, work colleagues. If you're constantly silencing yourself and then you're forgetting it, you become so aware and hypercritical of their little actions. So something little that they do that shouldn't even trigger you, because you've got this built-up stuff back here, you can just lash out. And then you even question to yourself, why did that frustrate me so much? Because you've noticed so many things you chose to silence through. Okay, let's keep going. I want one more for your top row. Actually, how did that go? That was like that. Okay. So we do have a karmic connection here because you've got someone else. So this is your focus. So again, so it's not just karmic energy of your decisions, actions, triggers, and this person, that someone else, we've got this here. So again, this is either a fear, everything we say is for a reason because you're not voicing things, or you know it for fact. You know there's still an interference here. So if there still is an interference here, and this person isn't being dependable and consistent, don't excuse their behavior because you've put a label on them. That's my counterpart, right? If they're showing you they're unavailable, one, have that discussion. If they're not changing their action, that's your answer. And I know that can be confronting to hear, but it means they're not ready. Don't take yourself 10 steps back and end up in this situation because it'll repeat. It will repeat. And I have to say this, karmic connection doesn't just have to be love. It can be friendships, it can be family, it can be work colleagues, responsibilities. So I know that's literally a woman and a man fighting, but there's a reason that came to my mind. And if you're not talking about it and you're a highly intuitive being and they do have karmic connection energy around them, of course you are going to feel something, right? Subconsciously, you know. But if you're someone that always expects the worst and don't see and value yourself enough, of course you're going to think, is there someone else? Is there a third party? Because you can feel there's a block karmically, but you go straight to the worst. Talk about it. Okay. Cycles. Just remember this. Without trust, no matter how much love you think you have for someone, it's that, is love enough? You cannot build long term. You cannot build long term without trust. You can't do it. And you can't build trust without depth of conversation, honest, open conversation. Cycles. This collective, you must be a little bit conflict avoidant and not even realize it. It's like you fear the worst when you know important decisions have to be had. So you silence yourself. Don't make it fit. So that means you're someone you'd let your mail pile up, your emails, probably don't check all your messages. Again, maybe sometimes you would struggle with true depth of honesty because you're not wanting to face that conflict. These are things you need to reflect on. And let's take conflict avoidant out of it. Let's just put avoidance into it. Are you someone it's really hard for you to stay organized, structured? You say you'll do something, you don't do it. I think this collective watching you yourself struggle with avoidance. But these cycles are destined. So this is why you're so aware of the energy right now. It's beautiful to be aware. Next step, communicate. So if you're a collective, you've spoken, but this isn't for you, because I can feel it. I can feel the block when it comes to this. Maybe if your throat's blocked because you're afraid to confront the truth, not just internally, externally, you could be actually getting symptoms, itchy throat. Maybe you're getting a bit sick, breathlessness. I think you're getting physical symptoms here as well. Okay, ghosted. So you do think it's divine. So you have put a label on it, but this makes you frustrated. So again, let's just say, because we've got it's in and it's about to be in. For the collective that it's about to be in, this isn't going to feel good. This is why we're talking so much about opening up. Again, everything we say is for a reason. Don't accumulate to a state of explosion. You'll put your foot in it. Then you'll react impulsively from frustration, anger, and you'll be my collective. Oh, why did I do that? And remember what I said before, communication doesn't have to come through this. Constructive conversation. Don't turn a challenge into a conflict. Maybe this is something, and this is a reason why you're reflecting on this energy about yourself as well. Remember, true divines are your biggest triggers. So you could think you've been healing so well, and then long and behold, they pop up and they will trigger exactly what still needs to be worked on. But how they amplify your triggers, they amplify your greatness through that fire. See the emotion outside of the box. Divine masculine. Okay, so you're not silly. So you're not seeing them as a divine masculine. But this is your caution. So this right collective, you would know for fact that this person's got some pretty severe trauma when it comes to their father figure. Either lack of example, or they've opened up, or you've witnessed yourself that this person's masculine example or examples in their life are not good. So you would have empathy for sometimes the lack of this, but remember to have empathy towards yourself as well. That's a detail. So if you're a collective, you don't know about this person's father or whatever, not yours, your collective. Okay, so karmic energy, you are in deep reflection. Love it, but you need to express yourself. Again, we've gone into so much talk about that. So expression, you could be writing a book, side note, but reflection. Don't just sit in the background. This is normally spying. You could feel there's also karmic connection spying in on you. Or this person, let it be, they're just watching your story. So they've popped back in. I'm hearing this for a reason. They've popped back in, or they're about to pop back in, and instead of constant communication, it's more checking your stories or liking certain pictures, or, you know, and that could be, you could be reflecting on maybe they're doing that because of their vulnerabilities. If someone pops back in and, oh gosh, okay, deviation. And this is why transparency and not wearing a mask is so important, right? If someone pops back in, but you've got that hurricane of emotion, you like them so much, sometimes you can get a little bit blinded. If they've messaged you and then they're retreating, but they're still looking at your stories and liking pictures, they just not want, that's nothing to do with the lack of emotion for you. If anything, it's the excessive emotion for you, and them themselves don't want to present needy and codependent. Don't overthink it. And this is why the depth of communication matters. Because if they know that's something that doesn't align with you and it's creating anxiety, if anything, that's going to make them feel better, because they want to message you as much as you want to message them. And true divines, you reflect. Where I see so many people, because you're sitting in the emotion, it's like you think they're playing games or they're this or they're that. No, that's their armor. That's their armor. That's them protecting their emotion. Again, people deal with stuff differently. But as well, if you communicate it and there's no change with it, answer enough. They're not soothing it, they're accelerating it. Then it turns to games, right? Right, collective, that'll make sense. But if you're getting overwhelmed that someone's popped back in and they're not consistent, but then all over your socials, talk about it. This person, I just intuitively feel they feel the same. They just have fear. But we will get into it. I'm hearing a few things with that, but I do think you think you've got people accessing you. Okay, this karmic connection. So you are trying to reevaluate and shift your focus. Very good. You know, fixating on this does not help you. So even though it's a focus, it's an uncertainty. You're like, no, I got to reevaluate this. Why am I putting so much energy into that? Why am I sitting in fear over this? Which means you are starting to see yourself. I always say people who go straight to the worst about that, or highly jealous, highly claim, you don't see yourself. You think you can be replaced. See yourself as an empress. Whenever this comes over, you affirm yourself. How amazing you are. What a catch you are. Okay, shift that. That's good. That's good. Okay. I just quickly, so we are going to do a U verse them. I just want to see the energy around this connection from, I just want to get these. I want to get it from up above, not your perspective. I want to actually see the energy around this. Okay. That's not good. Oh. So it's being activated in both of you. It's the lack of confidence. So you both don't feel good enough. We've spoken about that so much. So there is frustration, lack of confidence, don't self-sabotage. You're reflecting on your cycles and your karmic energy. Maybe you're not seeing it right. I always say the harder the lesson to see, the bigger the lesson learned. There's a reason this reading is finding you. So hopefully you've had a few pennies within that first, because I just think there's an excessive emotion coming of fear, and it's coming from a lack of confidence for both of you. This ending will bring the new beginning, the letting go, making room for the new beginning that's on its way to you now. You have to get past the past. So that means you guys need a conversation about the past. You need to be honest. I'm really struggling to let go of the past. I have this fear you're just going to, again, however you want to have this conversation. But make sure you're reflecting on your own triggers. by you taking accountability for your vulnerabilities, and even say, this may be coming from a place of abandonment and all I know is it's accelerating me. You're making a safe place for them to open up as well. And like I said before, if they end up holding your vulnerabilities against you, walk away. You will be delaying the inevitable. The right love doesn't hold your vulnerabilities against you. Lightning. So again, it's either in or it's in next 3 days. Sudden change though. You need to transform it. Surprise, epiphany, transformation, upheaval. However this has come in or is about to, it would have been like a huh moment. This alarming. Don't love bomb. And if that's where this fear is coming because it's not love bombing, that's your trauma. Love shouldn't be rushed. So this is about one-sided, I don't want to say narcissist. I'm more seeing this as the love bombing. I think you get insecurity when it's not intense and highly validating and 0 to 150 messages a day and constantly on the phone. That's coming from codependence and fear, lack of validation, not seeing yourself, first one. So if that's why you're getting triggered, that's something you need to reflect on, okay? But again, you guys need to talk about it. I'm realizing my lack of confidence when it comes to this. Like, open up. You're mirroring that. That's what I felt. You both of you have this fear over one another. I actually think it's both of you that have a fear of this. I think you both get enticed by love bombing, but you know it's not healthy. So this is why you both would be trying to hold back, but you're not talking about it. Talk about it. I realize I still need to heal. It's like, I just want to say this and that and this and that and blah, blah, blah. I want to speak to you all day, every day. Like, talk about it. You guys can laugh about it. You can build through it. At least you know. It makes sense with reflecting on karmic energy, and you're allowed to feel it. You're allowed to, especially if you're trying to heal it. Maybe you guys can put a little bit of a routine in because you're both feeling like this, you know, just a good morning, good night message, whatever the case. Talk about it. So not enough, you're scared it's going to happen again. You're scared the ghosting, it's just going to disappear again. It's going to be left the same. I want one more for that. So when this was done, it was done in a very cold way. One more. Yeah, mask. So this is why you're masking your feelings, both of you. You both have fear over this. Not showing true feelings. I'm not going to say the gaslighting, this and that. That's coming from a self-sabotage, expecting the worst. I just think that the lack of confidence here of what comes next makes you both shut down with emotion. Okay. So endings bring new beginnings. So whatever this third party is, it's around this energy. It's even in this part, in every deck it's coming up. But there's a coffin energy coming to this, right? So clearly something needs to end here to maybe transition new beginning for you guys properly. But again, biggest theme, you guys need a conversation. It's not being spoken about properly. Okay, so it would be making you reminisce on past cycles, and this lightning, let it be, it's about to be in, it's stirring up a lot of memories of hurt, I think. Reminiscing, but wanting to learn from the past, wanting to change the perception, wanting to make new memories. This golden mirror, that one was alarming me a little bit, but I think it's the love. Okay, there could be family. That's my family member. So maybe this seduction, third party interference is a family member, or it could be a couple things here. I always say this is the permanent fixture card I've allocated. So childhood friend, family member, someone that was there long before you were there, right? So with the clock, long before you were there. Needs time, takes time. This is, it's odd. This is part of your cycles here. I always say true divines, those layers are pretty set in stone, which means every time you've had any kind of anything with this person, whoever this someone else in the middle trying to sabotage this, I know that's very dramatic, but that's what that purple card says. They've always been here. It's always been a block, but I don't think it's ever been spoken about. So again, biggest theme, depth of communication. For you guys to break this cycle, you need to, this needs to be spoken about on a deep, transparent level. And that's not you demanding truth. But again, by you leading the way, opening up about your own triggers, own vulnerabilities, you're making room and subconsciously opening the door for them to be open and vulnerable as well. So you may not get this conversation straight away, but if they see consistency with you, they will talk about it. And again, I will confirm, but this is something here because it's affecting your coffin and it's been in your cycles. Mirror. Oh, you're both keeping your cards close to your chest. Sunglasses. So there is people spying. Even this person still. For the collective, it hasn't popped in just yet. But you both replaying events over and over in your mind. You've got to break the outdated thinking. But watching, looking, stalking. I'm going to have to get those evil eye cards because it could be a couple because you've got a lot of energy connected to your, remember this is your relationship energy. You've got external really connected to it. Okay. I'm going to have to get, you didn't get a soul contract card. Hold on, let's get one more. You didn't get a soul contract card here. I know you feel it and you got mirror, but oh my God, and you got this, so you got the snake, the third party interference, and the girl boy with the snake. Competition, enemy, malicious, look over your shoulder, the other woman, the other man. Okay, you got the chaser card here. Okay, so this connection was to make you heal your abandonment, your codependence, to come into oneness. Okay, there is a lesson here, but is this the cycles? This collective, you have a lot of belief. You got twin flame and divine masculine that hasn't come out. You didn't get the soul contract or the twin flame card. I'll get one more. Oh, not those. That's too many. No, this is about self-worth, time to heal shadow work, self-appreciation. It was meant to activate your self-discovery. As for a divine connection, it would have come out, my angels. I'll get one more. Why aren't they? You got engagement. This says eternity. I'm on the fence with this, my angels. Hold on, I'm gonna get the other deck quickly. They should have shown me that. Hold on, universe, what's this? What's this Disconnection. Oh, you got it. I was getting a little bit alarmed. So out of 2 cards, you got it. So it is a, oh, why didn't it come out of that? Okay, maybe you've got a, I did say don't excuse it for the label. Okay, so we've got 11/11. We're watching this at 11/11 and 30th of the 11th could be important. I think for a long time, especially these two here, the passion, the chemistry, the magnetic pull has made you excuse a lot and silence yourself a lot, right? So just remember a true divine journey coming within. They don't see you until you see yourself properly. So remember that deviation about don't hold back spontaneous expression in the sake of them. See yourself, know your needs, know your value, know your self-respect, know your worth, right? So divine partner, mirror, which you did get the mirror. Heart chakra, oh, broken mirror, makes sense. Sorry, I'm just going over this part. I'm surprised you didn't get this card or the soul contract card. But it was a catalyst for your awakening, but balancing your masculine and feminine energy. Okay, so this is more, don't be blinded by the passion, the chemistry, the lust, the excitement, the sex. All divines, your puzzle pieces for one another. That department, it's like no other. Break free from the programming, the belief system. This is a card of marriage. You did get engagement. Belief system, traditions, programming. I always say traditions, accumulation of bad habits. Most of the time. Collective consciousness. Okay. It's made me feel better, these two. Oh, another very divine. This is what divines do. They activate this in you. So your emotional mystic self, your dream state, your sensitivity, your fluidity, your compassion. Diving deep into your healing, your intuition, your true romantic self. So your true heart chakra activation, where this collective right now, you can see your heart space, your throat space is a little bit closed off. Water, you could be a water sign, they could be. And an earth sign, Capricorn. So for the right collective, you've been on this for over a year. Don't make it fit. Another important detail. So you've been around these cycles, these roundabouts for a year or more. But it was to activate your discipline, your mental discipline, your willpower, your workhorse nature, your goal, being more goal orientated. And we had that deviation. How's your organization, your structure, your goal, all of that stuff right at the beginning. December 22nd, January 21st could be an important time period for you guys as well. Oh, good. It makes sense with your first part, because I think for the first time in a long time, you are seeing this so beautiful. You're so aware of cycles and karmic energy, and it's beautiful. You're aware, but there's just some things maybe you're not seeing right. But removing the unwanted stuff, purging, a clean sweep, facing the unavoidable. Another 11. So we've got 11, 11, 11. A total makeover, restoring harmony. You could be going through a little makeover of your home right now. I always say when it's really coming time for union, you know how mama bears nest when they're about to have a baby? It's like you start nesting at home. You remove so much old stuff. You bring in new stuff, new furniture. When you start going shopping, it's like, especially if you have a very kind of routine shopping, like food consumption that you do, you see that you start buying things from when they were in your life, just very randomly. It's not like you think about it, but you get home and you're like, gosh, why did I buy that? And then it activates nostalgia, right? It's like you start making room for the new. There's a reason I'm saying that for this collective. Maybe you've started doing things like that. buying an extra toothbrush, buying extra deodorant. Like you just do it intuitively. Holy moly. So with the twin card, you got ahead of the pack. So one, it was meant to accelerate your career, make you head of the pack, but you would be a very powerful divine connection. So you guys are truly meant to create, all divines are meant to create change, but this is in your contract. You, as a, like you would be, that's huge. Finishing first, dominating. So for the right collective, you've had intuition. So I always say to you guys, your 4D mind activates through the separation. A lot of people that go through spiritual awakening, they hear, I'm the one, you're all the one. We're all connected to the one. But this collective, you would have had, don't make it fit, because they're confirming it. You would have had something in your 4D mind, even though you know twins are rare, it's like you believe in your soul. You and your person, there's something far greater than just the divine. Like you, I don't want to say feel like you guys are the one, but there's a reason this is coming to my mind for this collective. You've had some form of intuition. It's like your bond's even deeper than the twin flame. Like, right collective, this will make sense. I'm seeing my little sapphire royal love thing. It's like you believe you're... I say true divines are here from the start of time trying to get it right, but you literally probably think... I can't even find it now. I have a charm. It's a sapphire. It's actually a ring that broke, right? And I see that as my royal love, like having lifetimes of royalty. It's like this right collective, there's something far deeper and profound, not just the twin journey that you've reflected on, okay? Because the universe is confirming it. Wow. So twin flame knowledge. If you really believe this, you would have different kinds of channels, and maybe you don't speak about it because you're not being your authentic self. If you've had channels of this, that's something that should be shared, especially all divines. You have some form of community around you. It's big. 15th of November could be important. Oh, but again, don't just fall short to the passion. Remember, is this faithful? Is this loyal? Is this dependable? Don't be blinded. 18th of October. Pets are important because it came out before. So and I kept saying the band-aid. But how this hit you, your activation came in sudden and I keep getting bloody emails. Hold on a second. Okay, I'm back. But what I was saying is this activation of the mind, it would have literally, and that's what happens when you're coming out of dormancy. The way it hits you guys, it feels like it just this internal change overnight. Like you literally start seeing everything differently just overnight. But it was meant to teach you to embrace it as well. And you guys all go through the phases when you activate. It's like that magical bubble, and then you guys go through kind of a spiritual depression, and then there's the anger at the spirit team and the ultimatums to the spirit team. Why? Blaming your spirit team, blaming your masculine for all of the things you're feeling. It's like when you guys get to that point, you start to understand, I master my journey. I'm in charge of my stepping stones. If things are prolonged, it's the lessons through the cycles I am not seeing. It's not outside of myself. This journey is inside of myself. I am the master of my healing, no one else. It's no one else's issue. And I feel this collective, this has taken you a long time. But again, it's the phases. I always say small steps, big accomplishments. And this is why, you guys, a diary, a notebook, it's your best friend through healing, because you have those moments of triggers or repeated cycles. If you've been writing things down, you can reflect back on. You need periodic moments of assessment on your journey, because it's so slow. Sometimes you don't even realize how much you're evolving. So having something to reflect back on, it's so good for you guys internally. Sally, this has come out in like the last 3 readings, this beautiful white horse. But to break free from this, devil energy is beautiful when it talks about but let's talk about your shadow in other areas of your life, right? That first part, your karmic triggers. To break free from that, to balance your wild versus tame, to learn to walk the in-between in life, it's not about not having strong emotions, it's just learning how to deal with those strong emotions. Remember, life doesn't get easier, we just get better. We know how to deal with life better. To learn true freedom. And then this broom. So, this is about a crossroads on your journey though. So maybe you're at a crossroads right now as well. Wow. But to learn to stand alone, break free from the hierarchy, the governments, the institutions, the 85% of the population outlook. This was what was going to restore your harmony, not just this union, your internal union first. I want one more for this crossroads. Just dates, 22nd of the 11th, or you could be watching this at 11:22, or if your clock's on 24 hours, 22:11, or you're seeing a lot of this right now, 19th of June. I want one more for this crossroads. Hierophant. I think you're at a fork in the road now, because remember the first part, all about the commitment. You've got to rip off the band-aid. If they're ready, they will be ready. If they're not, let it go. Don't let it overwhelm you. When it comes to your belief system, your structures, restoring faith, long-term commitment, I think it's at a crossroads right now. It's how you deal with this fork in the road this time. Are you going to break this cycle, or are you going to repeat it? Have you really learnt to stand alone? Are you silencing yourself because you have the fear this person's going to walk away? Do you truly believe in your journey to that true point of surrender by you voicing what you feel and need? It doesn't matter if this person runs away. It doesn't matter. If you truly believe in your Hierophant High Priestess connection, you truly believe this, you shouldn't lose your voice. Whatever's meant for you will always be for you. Whatever's on the end of your red thread will not pass you by. And I keep going back to what I saw as I came in. I literally had 12 pink roses and the 2 crows, roses color of love. And I just remember looking at those crows thinking, they are so connected to each other. Like it just felt like they were talking to each other, right? And they were just sitting there. They weren't, they were just looking around, but I could just feel the connection. You need to trust. They were on either side of the roses, but they were so connected. You just need to trust. Okay. I just want to get just a couple of your emotion right now, and then we'll get into this person. Oh my God, we split it on. You're almost there. Truth. Okay. I might have to get an angel card for you quickly as well. Let's get 2 for you. Forgiving. So you genuinely want to forgive and forget, but this person makes you weak. Talk, communicate, wanting to build the bridge, reconcile, forgive and forget. We all make mistakes. So that's that let go and the caution and the this and the that. You know deep down It's just that this person makes you weak, and then you get anxious, and then you fall back into the old belief system and the fear and the this and the that. Just, this is beautiful. This is your trauma response. That's your karmic energy. It's when you don't feel in control. And with this person, you lose yourself. So then you start to overanalyze everything. That is your divine being. That is your karmic being. Talk. Yeah, it makes you anxious. Then the fear, then you get anxious. Then you get anxious. So when you're not triggered, when it's not up, you get it. When you start to get anxious, patient, watch from part 1. Actually, I'm going to upload this on YouTube. Anyway, you get, it's as soon as you feel you're not in control. It's just that part of you that's coming up, that stallion energy, that you have to find the balance in. Okay. I just want to get you quickly an angel that is watching over you, and then we're going to get this person. Angel of lifestyle and affection. Okay. Angel of symbols and dreams. And my mind went very randomly to dream state of a child. That's a detail for the right collective. So if you have not had it, because they're activating your dream state right now. So very vivid dreams of this person, child. Okay, that's what I talk about, discernment, when my mind deviates. They're the details. Number 29, that could be important. Life lessons, emotional connection, visions. Your claircognizance, so the way you're connecting your channel to up above right now speaks through signs. When you feel stuck and need guidance, ask me for dreams to give you clarity on what course of action to take. And I don't know, have you guys ever done that as you're going to sleep? Either asking to dream about past lives, your Akashic records, your divine person. Do that, because they will access your dream state with what you've asked. It's actually magical. It shows the power of connection. But they're speaking through you through signs. I already said that. So amethyst, you could be wearing an amethyst right now, just bought an amethyst, sleeping with an amethyst, and again, looking for a sign. So the past month, this angel's really been activating around you. Jeremiel, Jeremiel. Pray to him. Okay. All right, I just want to get you one surrender card as well. The inner peace, the balance, the stillness. Cultivate inner peace on a daily basis in a quiet meditative state, because your claircognizance is so aligned right now. Perfect time for meditation and prayer, right? You have such a strength in your channel. True divines, you have all 4 clairs. Right now, they're really activating your knowing, right? Knowing comes without having to read a book. It's an information, you know. Let it be through people's energy. Let it be through the... Right now, they're activating a know. It's a perfect example. The twin flame and the head of the pack. And remember that deviation. I said, it's like you just have this different kind of view, but you're not expressing it. It's a knowing of yours. That's your line. That's your channel. They've given you a knowing. And because there's not much information or no one else speaks about it, you think it's not real in your mind. Why is anyone else's information more valid than yours? I say it with signs. I say it with numbers. Yes, whoever goes on Google and writes things, whoever goes to books and writes things, like more spiritually based, not scientifically based, but even scientifically based, no one's energy, because it's you that directs, right? It's your reality. So what you think is your reality. That's why I say allocate your signs, allocate this, allocate that. No one's knowing is more powerful than yours. My knowing's not more powerful than yours. No one's. Trust your knowing, because it's so strong right now, right? Who cares if there's not things to back it up? If that's what your soul's telling you, they're telling you it's your channel. It's your channel. Talk to us. We will give you more right now. Up above. You are one. Remember that. Focus on the stillness within and enjoy the inner refuge. Others will feel your good vibes too, and your life will flow more easily. All right, let's get into this person. I'm just going to cleanse everything out. Okay, I want to get these first. All right, so perfect. Again, divine timing has brought this in. The universe always delivers in divine timing. Trust the process. Be patient with things. Don't try and rush things. So confirmation. You both need to open up from the heart, not the mind. This person does need to say things to you. So everything we said at the beginning, it's going to actually work in your favor here. Secrets. So maybe they're getting it. You both could be getting advice from people, and it might not be the best advice. Especially if you're getting advice from people that are really stuck in that belief system, that programming, this collective, you're trying to break free from. Because right now it's falling back into that which is creating the anxiety and fear, making you move through this space, not this space, which is blocking this space. They're feeling shattered. They're feeling very emotional, especially having to open up about certain things. But old habits are breaking them down. A new version is being revealed. Oh, that's a bit cute. Maybe you're connected to a bit of a hopeless romantic. I want to show you what real love is. I want to protect your heart, and I want to show you everlasting love. Biggest thing for this collective, you silence yourself because you don't want to present needy and this and that. They feel the same. You both are so afraid of presenting that love mommy too intense, but that you both crave each other on such a deep level. Divine intervention. So you've got divine timing and intervention. Expect a miracle. Divine intervention is pushing you two together. So do it right this time. Oh, beautiful. So underneath the divine they're being guided. My spirit guides are helping assist in this divine connection with new insights. So don't fall into past advice or old thought patterns. It's not benefiting you. You have to let go of that, remember, to make room for the new beginning. Secrets. So friendships, gossip, interference. Every deck you've had someone else, every single deck. So there isn't, and I said with that coffin energy, this has been part of your cycles every time. This is where the deep conversation needs to come from. This is what's affected every single cycle for this collective, because it's never been spoken about. Huge confirmation. So they're fantasizing about your future and this and that, but I feel the advice I feel they're getting advice to kind of just go slow and steady, whatever it is. I think you're both getting the same advice, even if it's just internally. But I fantasize about our future, our home, our kids. I want it all. It's like, again, it's that intensity. You're scared to show each other your intense feeling. You're being advised to kind of just keep it on sim. It's not working for you guys. It's creating anxiety and fear. Oh, this is my favorite card. So the reason this is my favorite card, because it's the power of those connections where you can just be your 100% authentic self, just so comfortable. You do everything together. Like, it's those connections where those things you do alone, you do in front of each other. And they remember this as well. So you're both remembering how comfortable and this is what would be hard for both of you. And this is why this collective, you have fear, because you're not seeing this side of each other again right now. So you think there's all of this other stuff going on and blah, 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 blah. But again, it's like you both are in silence, not wanting to rush it, but you're both feeling the exact same. So you both feel the lack of this comfortability with one another right now. They're shattered about it. Watch the whole reading. Will we ever be able to get back here? Is it too broken now? Is it this all just because you're not talking, like opening up? Oh, the perfect pair underneath this hopeless romantic. And so you got divine timing, guided intervention, and their energy. So they're definitely connected on a deeper level, but you were perfect for one another. You match my vibe. I love your energy. I've transformed into my higher self because of your energy. You've transformed me. I wouldn't say higher self right now. You can see what you're both struggling with, but there's definitely an internal spiritual change in you both. So they are planning bigger things. You're too anxious, this collective. And career. So career could be a focus for them as well. Finances. I always say that's not a bad thing. Not for a masculine. That's a good thing. I've been preparing a love offer for you. You'll be shocked and surprised, especially with career, like, not that it should matter, that it's the fact it's tied into money. There's something here they're getting together. Let it be a vacation. Let it be a nice gift. Let it be something for those two to be together. And this is underneath. And I said hopeless romantic. Maybe your person's a gift giver. Maybe that's how they show their love as well. And I think they would actually be good with words of affirmation when they're comfortable. I think there is something pretty big this person's planning for you. You got engagement ring as well. Let me know what your mind took you to straight away, collective. Breaking free from past illusions. You're both a little bit trapped in past illusions right now. Okay. I want to get quickly. I just want to see these quickly for them. You got forgiveness, but weak and anxious. Okay. Oh, sorry. I don't... Oh, that's... Hold on, I want one more for that. Yeah, I was just... Okay. Person connected to you would have memories of their jealousy. And I always say there's two different kinds of jealous people. There's the ones that are jealous and make it very, very clear they're jealous. They're very claiming, why are you looking at that person? Are you flirting with that person? Are you this? And then there's the jealous people that hold it back and accumulate resentment. So I feel this is another thing this person's not talking about. So clearly in the past, jealousy was a big thing here. And it's like they know it's a block. So instead of being, and because there's some blocks here, this could be one of them. Maybe this is why their envy's brewing, but passive aggressive. So they're holding it back, saving face, right? Because they knew it was a detriment in the past. They know it's a burden now. But I think that because you got all the spying and this and that, and then watch from the beginning, that's making so much sense. So you're triggering them. So if they're having little digs or being a little bit cold or a little bit this, and because you're so used to them being freely jealous, now they're holding it back and being jealous. And people that hold it back and be jealous, they start to be really nasty over little things. And they start to belittle you in a really nasty way. I don't think they're belittling you right now, but I do think they're having some passive aggressive digs at you because of their jealousy. Makes sense with why you would be questioning. And you know this person's looking in. So even though they've popped up or the next 3 days, they're on your socials, right? So they'd be getting triggered, but they don't want to show you they're jealous. So they're hiding another thing they're hiding emotionally. That's not good. Saying I'm fine, indirect hostility, sulking, silent treatment, backhanded compliments, no offense, but oh god, slamming things, do what you want, you're too sensitive. Like they're projecting their oh god, don't like that, bro. But then they think, am I being selfish? Am I this? They try and simplify their thoughts. So the person connected to you, that would have been one of your biggest obstacles. Their jealousy, which would have affected the trust. So this is why they're holding their emotion back a little bit too, because then they don't want to come off too intense and too needy and too full on. Oh my god, you guys need true heart-to-heart conversation, this collective. That's your biggest thing in part 1. This makes sense, but they need to feel, remember, armor's up, because they're not trusting in something. Same with you guys. Open the door so they can talk about this. And as a collective, like I said to you guys, if you open up, the right love nurtures and makes you feel safe in your vulnerabilities. If they open up about this and there's things that you're doing that are making them feel jealous, even though they know it's coming from a triggered, vulnerable place, like this collective, part 1, you've got to nurture it. You can't accelerate it. So if they have an issue with your socials, I'm not telling you to stop posting, but you need compromise, right? Just how you expect compromise for how you feel, you need to be willing to do the same for them. If this is something because again, you guys are building again, right? This is big, this one. Am I being too self-absorbed? Is this coming from a place of lack of confidence? I've got to keep it simple. Maybe we shouldn't put a label on it yet. Maybe I should see if this is... I'm just going to present easygoing. I don't want to push this too much, but then it's because they're building resentment. Passive jabs are coming out. This is them. That's huge for them. Oh, and they're obsessed. And they got the obsessed card. Obsessed. So this is becoming an unhealthy fixation for them. Maybe they are a little bit dependent on substances. You did get that as well. So they turn to that to numb their emotion, which makes them accumulate. Not good. Not good. They're waiting. Like you, waiting by their phone. There's maybe something they saw on that other card was shocked. Maybe they saw something that really shocked them as well, which is making them question a lot of things. You guys need to sort that out. Otherwise, it's going to get worse. Hold on, I want to get some message cards from them. We'll get intention and then we'll get tarot. Oh. I have never been able to express how much you truly mean to me due to my past trauma. A huge part in part 1 or part 2. By opening up, you're going to make them feel safe eventually, right? You guys work with the mind, not with the heart. This is a detriment to you guys. So they've got so much to say, but they hold it back. And you do the same, this collective. That's the biggest theme for this collective, is the lack of vulnerability. You both have. Don't make it fit. And I said it in whatever part. If you express it, that's not your collective. You're both as bad as each other. I am transforming, but I need some time to do it alone and work out who I really am. I want to be my best for you. But this is what happens. You both start to shut down. This is what they want to say. But the thing is, the right love... You can be there to help balance this out. But instead of talking about it, no, I'm not ready yet, I still need to work on this, I'm just going to shut down. No. So you can see in their soul, they think doing it alone is going to be safer. That's not good. Beautiful card, but for this collective, that's the issue. It's the way you shut down instead of communicating. You believed in me when no one else did. I always say, especially masculine energy, this is something a true masculine energy can't forget. When you have belief, when you don't push them to just get any kind of job to make money, when you encourage them, when you see them at their core, when they have those visions, those dreams that other people might think, and you're like, yes, you can do it, and you encourage, that's something that cannot be forgotten. So this collective, you clearly believe, it's that magical, powerful card in the intentions. You make this person believe in their greatness and they remember it. Don't make it fit. Your mind should have taken you to a moment. You encourage this person to be their best. Let it be, you know, if you guys were together, living together, and they lost a job, you're like, no, I'll take care of us. I want you to do what you want. Like, there's something here important because they reflect on it. You believed in me when no one else did. You showed me compassion that I couldn't show myself, and I'm so grateful for that. That's beautiful. That means you're a very beautiful, understanding, compassionate person. I love that card. I don't think I've ever seen that card in this deck. I'm learning many spiritual lessons because of you. Remember I said you open the door with this, they're gonna follow through too. You inspire them. That's what the right love does. This journey has been a roller coaster. Said that in part 1 with the highs, lows, and turbulence. Caution card, not good, but let's see. This is underneath. I've never expressed anyway. For us to be together, it would require me to leave everything I've worked for behind. Oh, that's not good. See, this is a clouded misconception. No love you should not feel like you have to remove everything to have someone in your life. It's not the right person. Love is meant to add balance, right? People that think being in love, I can't go out with friends, I can't do this, or what about my job, that's going to get affected. That you've never aligned with the right person. So for this person, that's someone else constantly in every single deck. I think that's part of it. It's like this person thinks to be with you, they need to drop these other people, family, friends, responsibilities. Watch from the beginning. Not good. You need to make this person understand that's not the case. And this is why I say to you guys, side note deviation coming to my mind for a reason. Especially with divines, I find a lot of the time, because remember those karmic interferences are always there long before you get there. A lot of the time for you guys, when they arrive, they're going through a tower, right? Let it be with the family, friends, whatever it is, and they start to voice grievances. And I always say, do not add fuel to the fire, be the bridge. Because those family, friends, people that have been there for bloody since they were born or whatever the case, they're not going anywhere. You add fuel, you add distance, you add more fire to that energy, they're going to start holding resentment for you. There's a reason this is coming out for this collective. For this person to think to be by your side, they cannot have X, Y, and Z, that's not good. It's not good at all. And this is why they've been holding this conversation back for so long. They probably don't want to hurt you by saying this stuff or, you know, even make you feel like they're sitting in an ultimatum. I cannot stress enough, do not be that person. And you'd get examples of this. Let it be friendships, family members, siblings. Do you add fuel to the fire? Do you stir the pot a little bit? Oh yeah, I knew that, or I knew this, or I knew that. Spirit will be testing you with that. Because that can't happen here. For the right collective. Sad. And they can't express it to you. There's a fear in them. We are meant to be a power couple. And I remember your part, twin flame, head of the pack. So they know it too. They know it too. Important part. And show others that love can truly conquer all. So they're a bit, here doesn't make sense to me right now. They're a bit 50-50. They're not seeing that situation completely right. Oh, another caution card. That's not the best. You believe me. This is that believed in them. I didn't have the best upbringing. And my only vision of a relationship was an unhealthy one. So for you to have believed, maybe they're going over their upbringing and how people didn't believe in them either, but they are going over the unhealthy. Because remember, they're breaking free from illusions right now. We are divine counterparts, and I know we are twin flames in capital letters. We belong together. During this time, so the illusion of a relationship and true twins, toxic at the start, so broken mirrors. So it's that Pisces card in the intentions. They're starting to understand the ups and downs. During this time apart, I have done a lot of self-reflecting and recognize how deep our connection is to the point of a divine. That's good. Last one. Last two. You've helped me realize that I deserve love despite my upbringing. So you reflecting on their father wounds, they're reflecting deeply on their upbringing right now. I have finished, well, that's not true. I've finished my self-work and I'm coming back to you. We will be one very soon. It was that higher self card as well. I do think, though, this person, I said it to you guys, they're going to present very different. Okay. Let's just quickly get intention and then we're going to get tarot here. Okay. This collective with tarot, it is a movement reading. So we're just going to go, I think, anyway, we'll get into that. Oh, you got the glow. So they are jealous. They're not talking about it, though, the Leo card. I'm so used to being the center focus of everyone's attention, but your magnetism outweighs mine, and I'm insecure about that. It's the attention you get. You could be a Leo, they could be, but it's the energy because it makes... And drinking the Kool-Aid. And they still haven't learnt that lesson. They're still seeking advice. Not good. I followed blindly to what everyone else was telling me. They made me believe our connection wasn't real and it was a waste of my time. But I now know that was untrue. But they haven't learnt that lesson because that would have been a detriment in the past, remember? Every cycle you've had interference, they're still doing it. So even though they might be getting better advice, they still seek outside to be guided of what to do. They haven't learnt that lesson. Oh, they can only... That's why they're working so hard with planning, because they want to offer you something bigger. And that makes sense. So 86, 52, 13... I know you want more from me, but this is what I can give you at the moment. I'm unsure of what I can give or when I can give it to you, but I do want to offer you something more valuable than before. Okay, Leo and Cancer, especially because there's such a thing with outside focus. So these could be external energies as well, or it could be your pairing. But the energy of this, so about how they get triggered by your glow and your attention. I was always so hot and cold with you, the passive aggressive. And I know it was confusing because of their jealousy over you. Not jealousy over you, but... you activate their jealousy. Our connection was too much for me to handle. It was the only way I could deal with it. So they shut down when they get triggered. 85. Your birth years could be 85, 86 as well, because you got consecutive numbers there. Drinking the Kool-Aid. So they think they're getting knowledge, advice, but they're not. That was part of that. They need to heal from this. That'll affect you guys again. Again, right now it might be good advice, but they've got to learn to not involve people into their business. Our connection was very intense and confusing. I'm trying to understand our undeniable bond by asking other people. You were brought to me to teach me things and bring awareness to my own existence. Hopefully they are being guided and they're learning, but just the fact it came under that, I think it's more confirmation. You need to heal that. Number 18. All right, small offering. And the marriage card. There's something big about engagement here for you guys. but intuition. It finally dawned on me why I feel so drawn to you, and our connection is so intense and scary. I'm starting to understand my fears and my overwhelm. Oh, you are. This collective, you are completely on the same wavelength. I feel you through everything, the things I touch, the images I see, the voices I hear. We are connected throughout the universe. Even if we're miles apart, you could have distance. But I think it's more the connection of wavelength. I want to commit to you. I want to hold your hand in sickness and in health. I want to walk into the sunset with you and never look back. I need to relieve certain commitments to be able to do that. 11. November's an important month for this collective. It was a huge focus in here, but something could be important for the 13th or 18th of November as well. Maybe write those dates down for future dates. Oh, there's that Pisces card. So you are breaking them free. I had an idealistic view on what relationships should look like. You've challenged that perspective and made me question my whole value system. I didn't understand what you were trying to teach me then, but I do now. Huge confirmation. Odious opinions. All right, let's get tarot. So what I was thinking we just do the future of it, but like the future of your connection. Because that second part, we really delved into what approach you should have. Let's just see the future of this with you guys. Okay. I think that's good. Two of Cups, that's good. So future, oh, love it. Okay, this is good. Ace of Wands. Four of Swords. That's your biggest issue. Sorry, because this is the future of your connection. Hold on, I want one more for that. It's just the way you guys can shut down, go within, and just really sit in mental anxiety instead of... Four of Wands. You will be... Holy moly. So you will build that but this could be a lot of mental anguish as well. I do think you're going to build a very good foundation, community around you guys. I'm seeing balance, so you guys need to make sure you have balance. I'm just going back to this person, their outlook on things. You can never have this long term if other areas in your life aren't balanced, and you don't want to rush something like this. You really do need to heal and reconcile things from the past, and I think you can see this is such a focus for this person. Marriage was coming out in pretty much every deck, but just especially with this Ace of Wands here, I think you guys have a tendency to lead with passion with one another, especially once you start to feel comfortable again. Two of Cups is beautiful. You're really presenting harmonized, right? You've got two cards here, in three cards of soul connection, in love, union, harmony, happy relationship, reconciliation, partnership, being in love, commitment, okay, harmonized relationships, celebration, wedding, stability, like you've got three in-depth, like long-term commitment, also a card of prosperity. So I'm going back to that twin and head of it. Like, I don't just see a very strong love bond, but I think you're going to have a very strong foundation when it comes to what you guys are achieving in life. One thing I will say, and Ace of Wands really is, it's a card of success and drive and passion, creative flow. Like, it's powerful, right? These are all so beautiful, and I know we've got this to confirm this, but when it comes to you guys, this silence and going within and time alone, which I think all connections need time alone, but one of your biggest blocks is when it comes to the deep things you need to speak about, you guys just go into mental anguish over it instead of communicating about it. So even though we've got these, if that's not healed, and that's why you want to start this process sooner rather than later, because that will end up being very destructive. All right, let's get one more. I know, and you both will need to have endurance. Remember, true divines, even when you guys come in, you have so much healing to do together. Your reflections, you really trigger each other. That's why you want to sort it out sooner rather than later. But you've got to learn to hold the line for one another. You've got to learn to work as a team and not let external things interfere so much. That's another block for you guys. One thing these are so beautiful. I'm not trying to say they're not, but just me as a reader, especially when I'm like future commitment, I like to see a pairing. I like to see a 10 of Pentacles, a 10 of Cups. I know we've got 4 of Wands here, but I think sometime, even in your future, this is going to be causing mental anguish here at times. Like, or the twin flame union card, like just to have a top row and not have a... Hold on, I'm just on the fence, especially with these last 3 cards. I don't think anything's set in stone. I know we've got this here. Yeah, a lot of dedicated effort towards one another. So 8 of Pentacles. Yes, I do see that you guys are going to thrive in that area of your life, but I think you guys need consistency, dedication. You need to learn how to master each other's emotion and not be triggered by each other's emotion. It's not going to be easy to balance out this energy. It's going to take work and patience with one another. Huge part of part 1, part 2. Your communication, unless you really learn to harmonize and heal that and learn how to face challenges without turning it into conflict and accusations and jealousy. But like some of the blocks that you have with this person, they ain't little. Like that takes time. That takes consistency. You're going to have to work on this. That's one of the biggest. I think this is beautiful for you. You as a collective, I think you're seductive. I think you're magnetizing. I think you're just, in this person's eyes, look at how you activate their jealousy, right? But I think this is part of your contract and also part of compromise with this person. They need to compromise with you and you with them. And remember, she's the most confident. Let's take Queen of Wands out of it. The energy this embodies, confident, very secure within themselves. Like these are big things you both need to work on too, because your jealousy comes from a lack of confidence. And I think this collective, you have lack of confidence just like this person. They're frustrated in the lack of confidence, but externally you present like the most confident person in the world, and this triggers this person, right? So I think part of this to harmonize as well, again, take her out of it, the confidence that is needed within both of you, the self-assurance, you both need to... I don't think this person likes to feel like they're being led either. I think this person can feel a bit demasculated by your energy at times. So there's some of this that needs to be tempered as well. But part of this, she's very successful. She's very business savvy. You've got a lot here, not just about harmonized love, but very prosperous energy too, if done right. With King of Pentacles at the bottom, on the top of his mountain, having his cake, eating it too, castle in the background. Oh, good. So you will find tranquility, peace and harmony. You will move on from the past storm, sail off into the sunset. But I think sometimes what creates your storm for you guys is the acceleration of passion and impulse, which will also need to be reflected on. But good communication, travel, but having the tough conversations. This card literally says the tough conversations, and this has been a huge point for this collective. I'm going to be honest, this is beautiful. I ain't trying to be a Debbie Downer. This is beautiful, but just again as a reader, for me to not see the cards that I've allocated for thriving, like it's here, but that it needs to be worked on to truly achieve it. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So it's not like it's solidified right now, which takes us back to your part. The crossroads right now for your journey. You've got some big decisions underneath the broom, and it starts with these tough conversations. Yeah, this is what you're going to overthink about. Not seeing the silver lining in things. That's where you get yourself, and you can see it in the first part. So again, it comes back to the lack of speaking from the heart. Always going back to the betrayal, the this, the that, and holding on to the past. You got to let go of the past. You've got to let go of it. And the only way to let go of it is to talk about it and soothe it. This is good. And it's a kind of self-love, but pure intention. But you need to believe in that pure intention. You can't always question it or be suspicious. And that comes from truly trusting one another. Card of fertility, you could have some babies. Strong emotions. I'm going to be on it. We don't have a pairing here. It's just because divines have come out in all your decks. So I'm surprised you don't have a... I don't think this is, you got Empress as well. Maybe you are destined for, a rebirth from this. Wouldn't surprise me if you're like that Queen of Swords. Because remember I said it's not about you demanding truth. It's about being open. It's about being soft. It would be good if a Queen of Cups, Queen of Pentacles came out. You got the two most fun kind of queen here. And I think these two, this approach, that needs a rebirth. Let's be real. Like the truth seeker, always suspicious and acute. Like, that's not good. That's not good. She can be cold in love, very detached, very ice queen. That ain't gonna work. You could have victory, success, but I'm sticking to my guns, my angels. These are beautiful. I might re-tap into this in a couple months for you guys, but I think it's going to take time to really solidify your union. Again, we've got quite a few cards here without a pairing. I don't think it's set in stone, but you could have victory, success, especially not just with your heart, but I've said it a few times, when it comes to you've got the pairing, so you both would end up being very, again, two peas in a pod. Didn't come out on the table, but it came. I've allocated this as my divines in separation. I'm going to be honest, because they're always stuck in the mind over communication. Keep saying you're not getting a pairing, and then the one I split it on is the ones in separation. That's probably a red flag, I'm going to be honest. Hold on, I'll get one more card. There's that Ten of Cups. Didn't fly though. Oh, it's just getting worse. I do think you're blooming. You're preparing for harvest season. I do believe it's always been germinating, but I can't stress enough, you need to have active listening. You need to come together and understand your equals. No one should you shouldn't be holding your needs on a pedestal above them. Oh, but you've hurt me. Your biggest thing is communication. And if you don't start learning it off the bat, I just think, just like these cards, it's just going to progressively make you more and more stuck. You've got 9 of Swords here, and I always say 9 of Swords, for me, I've allocated as victim mentality. So can't let the past go. And you've got a huge thing about you going into mind ache because you just can't get over the past. The only way to get over the past, like I've said 100 times in this reading, is to literally, you need to trust each other. You need to talk. But for it to be such a problem in your future together, it means no matter how many times I've said it in this reading, this is clearly something you guys are just going to have a lot of lessons of falling back into. I just think a lot of lessons of your armor. I'm going to be honest, and I love you guys. I'm always going to be transparent. These, beautiful. Do you have a potential of a 4 of Wands in this cycle? Yes, you do. But look at the stuff you there's a lot you need to get through first. You guys might be repeating another cycle. I'm going to be honest, because you both need to dedicate, both of you, not just one, both of you, 2 of Cups, need to put consistent dedication into wanting to fix this. I say it all the time. Especially when I'm reading couples, you can't just have one person healing and the other one take me as I am. It's never going to work. I'm not saying it's to that extent. Like, this person's clearly transforming, but you both need to want to put the consistent of nurturing each other, not holding each other's vulnerabilities against one another. That's your biggest thing. But we got quite a few cards there, my angels. And we just split it on the marriage card. I do think there's huge potential to harmonize in this, but it's going to take some work. Okay. It's not a lost cause, St. Jude. Hold on. I just want to get, before we get them, I just want to get you a couple of these. I might have been a bit tough. And children. And you got the baby butterfly. You could be destined to have bubblesies. Okay, it's all very soon. Well, we know that. Wedding. Stop it. This is coming from up there. Children, wedding, and very soon. My advice, don't rush it, but it's up to you guys. I was forgiving to be able to forgive the past. It's going to take time. There is potential of this. Let's be real. Lovers, 2 of Cups, 4 of Wands. Yes. I'm not trying to say it's not, but I just feel there's going to be quite a few roadblocks when it comes to how you speak to one another. Or separation. That's what I feel. It's like, yes, but there could be a separation as well. But the only way to not is truly forgive and learn from what's happened. That's kind of the energy I was reading. Beautiful, but there's still it could lead to that again. That's what I was feeling. Don't rush to your end stop. Don't try and rush this. You don't need to rush it. If it's meant to be, it's meant to be. You got others to worry about. I would not be focusing on wedding and babies just yet. I'd be focusing on trying to heal what's been done. But that's up to you guys. Crescent Moon, Angel Aura Quartz. You could have just bought Angel Aura. New beginning in love. Yes, there is. I'm not saying there's not, but again, new beginning. Things need to be done differently. J, Opalite. Oh, that J wanted to go out again. Opalite. You could be, birthstone could be an opal, or you just bought Opalite. Hums a hand. It is protected. You're protected. You could light incense on one of them. Nature. Ground in nature. Spirit baby. We did have a deviation about a dream of one for this collective. Broken ring. You could have just broken a ring. And we brought up the broken ring before, the sapphire circle. C. L-O-S. Oh, L again. E-I-B-O and V. Oh. Candle wax. full moon energy, man on the moon, and then St. Jude. It's not a lost cause. Okay, so don't hold on to the past and expect the worst. Oh, 2, duality. Could be seeing 222 a lot. Unexpected blessings and miracles on its way. That dice doesn't want to come out. 19th of the 5th, 19th of the 2nd, 17th of the 4th, 17th of the 5th, 5-5. 18th of the 2nd, 17-18, 17th of the 11th, 18th of the 11th, 18th of the... Oh my God, we've got 17-17 again. What has been going on with the number 17 for this past week? And I think yesterday we had 17-17 come out, and then I just rolled it to 7. So 7-1-7, or 7th of the 11th, 11th of the 7th. All right, my loves, I love you guys, and have a beautiful day.